On January 16, 2022, I visited the Friends of Strays of St. Petersburg and picked up this little lady named Ella.
Well, Ella, now we have spent 4 years together, and oddly enough, this morning is the coldest morning we've ever spent together. It's 32 degrees outside. I think it's time we go warm up. We got a heater nearby. What do you say?
Well, good morning, everybody. Well, it'll be whenever you see this. It'll be afternoon. It'll be evening. Could be like 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that. You might be wondering, how is it? It's 32 degrees outside. Actually, it got down to 31 at 7 o'clock, and right now it is 7:47. Sounds like a Steve Miller Band song, doesn't it? Uh, how I'm wearing short sleeves and it's 31 degrees. Well, actually, I'm inside the camper and I have a heater going behind me. It's right up there, and I have another heater in the bedroom where Ella is, and it keeps. You don't have to turn on the heat uh, in a camper if you have space heaters, because the space heaters will do the job. And when you use the heater in a camper, it takes up all of the propane and maybe some propane accessories. But let me just tell you the story of how I found Ella. I had just moved to Seminole after having my big right toe amputated. I was taking care of another cat at the time, Harry, and I was in the hospital for a long, long time, like 3.5 weeks. So I couldn't continue to take care of Harry, and Harry is God knows where at this point. Harry would be 18 if he is still alive, and he makes it to July 4th this year. So I assume that Harry has gone to history and has stayed in history and probably maybe is history right now. Sorry, Harry. But anyway, I had just moved to Seminole and I was thinking about getting a cat. And I saw this cat at the Friends of Strays website, and that was in St. Petersburg, in a little, little subdivision, and that's using the term loosely, in Northeast St. Pete called Lealman. And what they did a documentary once about the people living in Lealman and how there were sex offenders and there were reprobates living there with greater frequency than anywhere else in like the United States at one point. But I found this cat named Ella, and Ella was a ginger cat like Harry, and she was a girl cat, and I'd never had a girl cat, so I thought, this might be an idea. So I made some inquiries, and the following day, a Sunday, January 16th, 2022, I go get Ella. And I bring Ella back. You had to put her in like this little box with holes in it. And then I got her home. I opened it up, and within a few days, she's like laying down on top of me as I sleep. And she was great. She's been great for me the past 4 years. Now, another story I'll tell you is this is the coldest morning we have spent together, 31 degrees. Second coldest morning now. We were together at a homeless shelter in Clearwater, Florida on Christmas morning, 2022. And that morning, I think it got down to like 33 or 34. Nothing compared to the freezes we used to get back in the 80s when it would get into mid 20s. Of course, the most famous freeze we had was a very tragic day, the east coast of Florida, January 28th, 1986. It got down to the mid 20s, and they tried to launch the Space Shuttle Challenger that day, and as history has proven, it didn't go well. So I just thought I'd share some random memories for you all as things kind of congeal together on this January 16th, 2026. Nearly said 2025. How many of you like write bank checks to your bank, and still, like, I have to write a rent check every month, not every week, not every year. and I have arthritis in my hands, or they say I'm going to get arthritis in my hands, and I have trouble writing it. I wish they'd come up with something that you could do. I know a lot of places you could just do it online, but we can't do that online here. But how many of you who still write checks are still writing 2025 instead of 2026? Just food for thought. Catch you later. Bye bye for now, everybody.